Hello, everyone. You are welcome to my YouTube channel, Akeem Ola. We have another question to solve, still on number base and addition and subtraction in number base. We have this particular question. Look at that question on the board. Number one. In number one, we have both addition and subtraction to solve. Anytime you are given something like this to do, you have to consider what is called board mass. Board mass, as in B for the bracket, O for off, D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, and S for subtraction. Anytime you are given both anytime you want to solve a question in mathematics and many signs are there, as in this case we have plus and minus sign, you are going to consider BODMAS, and that BODMAS you are considering, we are going to look at the arrangement, because if you look at this BODMAS now as an acronym, this A, addition, comes before subtraction. So when you go back to this question now, we are going to solve the addition first before we are going to consider the subtraction. As in, you first add these two, this first and second, add them together. The answer you have, then you now subtract these from the answer. That means we are going to have the first one, number one. I have 101 is 010 base 2. And I have, when you want to write this, don't start from here, start from this side. You have 1 is 011 base 2. Then you have your addition sign there. We can now add. Let's go. Is 0 plus 1. That is 1. Note, you must only have is 0 and 1 as a number that are less than 2, because we are dealing with base 2. So 2 and above must not be there. So we have is 0 plus 1. That gives 1. 1 plus 1 will give us 2. So in my rough sheet, I'm going to write 2 divided by 2. I have 1. Give me that 0. So you can always put the remainder there. Then carry this one to the other side. 1 plus 0 plus 0. We have 1. 1 plus 1 again will give us 2. So you can perform this again. You have 2 divided by 2. 1 remains as 0. So we have is 0. Carry the 1 to this side. Still the same thing. So you have is 0. Carry the 1 to this side. 1 plus 1 again. You have is 0. And you have your 1. So we can now consider the other number that will be subtracted from this. And we have base 2. We have 1 is 0 1 is 0 1. Subtraction. Let's subtract. 1 minus 1, that is 0. Is 0 minus 0, we have another 0. 1 minus 1 again is 0. Is 0 minus 0, we have is 0. Is 0 minus 1, that is obviously impossible. So we are going to borrow 1 from the other side, and there is nothing to be borrowed here. So we move to the other side. We borrow this 1. This one turns to 0. When the 1 comes to this side, because we are dealing with base 2, it becomes 2. 2 plus 0 will give us 0. So this one is out of it. We have 2. Then that is not where we are going. We are moving to this side. So we are still going to borrow another 1 from here. When you borrow 1 from here, these 2 cancels. You are left with 1. When it comes here, this one becomes 2. No more 0. 2 minus 1 will give us 1. And we are left with 1 here. So we can just put the 1 down because there is nothing here. So we assume 0 is here. So this is our final answer. And this is the solution to question number 1. Now, let's move to question 2. We have number 2. 675 minus 8 6 3 base 9 base 9. Then we have the minus sign there. Thank God they are still the same base. We have the first one. 5 minus 8, that is impossible. We are going to borrow 1 from here. And the 1 we are going to borrow now is base 9 we are dealing with. So the 1 now becomes 9. This one now, we are borrowing 1 here, it becomes 6. The 1, when you move to this side, becomes 9. 9 plus 5, that is 14. So this one now comes to 14. We have 14 minus 8, that is 6, which is still less than 9. Then here we have 6. 6 minus 6, that will give us is 0. Why this one now? We did not borrow anything here, so the still will still be there. So we have 6 minus 6. 6 minus 3, that will give us 3. Don't forget the base. We have come to another end of the solution of this particular question. So when as we meet, we will continue to solve as many problems as possible. Thank you and God bless.